Hey everybody, Patty Ann here again with another quick tip for silhouette. So, you know when you get your silhouette items sometimes like this, and they have dashed lines which are supposed to be the score lines, right? Let me move this line out. And if we go send, you can see that those are going to cut little dashed lines for your score lines, and it's going to cut all the way around this. Well, maybe you don't like it to cut dashed lines. I'm going to show you how you can fix that. Let's go back to design and let's ungroup this. So now I can pull apart the dashed lines away from, see, like that, away from the outer lines. Well, once I have the dashed line selected, I'm going to make that line color green by coming right up here, and I'm going to change the line color to green. Okay, and furthermore, while that's selected, let's select that again. See, the green is selected. Let's change it so that it's a solid line, just like that. And then I can group these back together again. Now, before I go ahead and do this one and make sure that I'm doing it right, I am going to draw a line, this thing right here. Let me get rid of this one and I'll draw it out for you. Delete. I'm going to come over here and get a line, hold down my shift key and just draw a straight line like that. I'm going to change its color to, well, I'll move this one off and I'll change this one's color to green as well. So we remember green is our score line. And I'll leave it a straight line like this. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to test to see if this is going to score exactly how I want it to. So let's go to send. Usually it comes in on simple right here, but I'm going to change it by line. So there are two different colors of lines. As you know, there was the green here and the green on the score lines, and then the outer lines were red. Well, I'm just going to try this green line first. I'm going to change it to make sure it says score right here under action. And it says score here. The green is showing. Notice it's a very shallow blade depth and not very much force. So I'm going to put my paper in here, my cardstock, and give this a try and see if it's going to turn out how I hope it would. So I'll say send. Okay, notice that made a solid line across, and let's see if it cut through too much or if it worked out well. Okay, I can see there's a fold line there, and that worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with that. The depth of that cut, or the depth of the blade. If I want to, I could back it off a little bit, make it less into the paper, or I could make it a deeper cut, but I have to be careful it doesn't actually cut all the way through. So now, let's go back to design, bring this guy over, get rid of our test, and let's check this out. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to say send. Now the first thing it's going to do is it's going to do the green score lines, and after the green score lines are done, I will uncheck that and check the red so that it does the cut lines. So let's see. It's the green lines, which is what we want. They say score, and it says score down here, so we're ready to go. So I'm going to say send. Okay, the score lines are done now, so I'm going to uncheck this because it's finished. And remember, working in the line area, and I'm going to check this, and now it's set to cut. And I want to up my blade depth a little bit because I know how old my blade is, and I'll say send. Okay, now we're going to see how well this worked. Okay, the cut lines worked beautifully, and now let's check the score lines. Remember, originally they were solid or dashed lines, and we changed them into a solid score line, and they work perfectly, just like that. And then we'll put glue it together, and it's perfect. Okay, just as a quick refresher, here's another part to this project. If I was to go ahead and send this right now, and it came in as simple, right now all of these things would be cut lines. Yes, these would be dashed cut lines, but they would still be cuts. Even if we went to line color, there's no green in this. But anyway, if I check green, you'll notice nothing is highlighted here, so nothing's happening. Just the red cuts. So what do? Go over here, right click and ungroup. Then we grab the dashed lines. Okay, I can tell I've got the lines, and I'm going to change the line color to green. I always use green for my score lines. Now notice they're still dashed lines, so they will cut over there still, even if I change it to score. So I need to click on them again, come up here to the line, and click and make it a solid line. And now you can see it's a green solid line. So if I go to send, and I come here to line, notice there's two different colors of lines. There's the green, which is going to be my score, and the red, which I always make cut lines. So I'm going to check my score. Whoopsie. Going to check the score. I have a cardstock heavy, textured, and I'm going to change this to score. And then I'm going to make sure down here when it shows the green that it says score, and just kind of get an idea. My blade depth is very shallow. My force is less than what it usually is. And so that, since I tested it, was good. Now after I would be done with that with scoring, and I always score first and then cut later. Did you know that you can move these? Whoops. I can move these like this. And the thing, if they're both checked like this, the thing at the top is done first. So with this like this, it would cut first and then it would score. But I prefer it to score everything first, so there's no chance of anything wiggling around because it's cut. So I'm going to take again this one, click on it, hold on it, and drag it to the top so that the score is done first and then the cut. The other thing I could do is just uncheck the cut, and obviously it would do the score and then it would stop until I unchecked the score and went on to the cut. So that's how easy it is to fix things, these score lines for silhouette, if you don't want them to be dashed cut lines. I get so many questions asked about that topic in our YouTube comment section. So I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you like these quick tips. Thanks again for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out my links down below, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.